things ready to go for the rest of the markets that I have to do. And I wanted to show you guys what I've gotten done so far and what I'm about to start working on. And Biscuit is very grumpy right now. What, buddy? A lot of the times whenever I'm trying to gather inspiration per se for something to stitch on, I will always look through the reference books that I have. That is old embroidery books, applique transfers, embroidery transfers, and I threw this into my inspiration bucket is what I call it. It's got all kinds of stuff in it, but I threw this in there because on this pattern it says that there's Western shirt embroidery transfers included. And you know, I don't have any use to be making a Western shirt right now in this moment. I might one day, but I have a pattern for it. But I wanted to show you guys the transfers. I don't know if you guys can see. There's like a cowboy and some cactus and this like sun horseshoe and a saddle. These are super cute. As far as this translating into what I do with my embroidery machine, I don't think that it would make a lot of sense. This is more for like hand embroidery, but these kinds of things give me ideas, get my brain starting to work, and this is the contents of my inspo bucket. I just have one of these like art bin boxes, but you know, just like random stuff like this little squirrel transfer. I have this roses and butterflies iron-on transfer books. These are so cool, and you know, you can use the transfers directly from them, but I'm too afraid. This is another one. I picked this up at an antique store. This is a paint by number book, but like, you know, just random stuff to give me inspiration. I won't use the exact thing. Sometimes I'll change it, kind of tweak it a little bit, but you know, I've got, these are flowers. This is like tea towels. This is more for like curtains. There's a little cake. I made a patch out of this. Yeah, just like random stuff, you know? I also have been chipping away at this clothing rack. I have a ton of clothes kind of in my back stock that I was going through trying to make sure I am looking at everything that I have and that I'm choosing good things for the markets that I have coming up. And a lot of these things too, some of them, you know, have stains on them, have some wear and tear. And I personally am a firm believer that like nothing should go to the landfill and that there's always a way to save something. This is just an example. These shorts had some paint on them, like fabric. I don't know if it was fabric paint or house paint. You can kind of see a little bit here, but I can't stitch over that because it would close the pocket. But I just covered a majority of the larger paint stains with some carrots. And, you know, it's not anything crazy, but it gives the opportunity for it to have new life. And especially something like this that, you know, there is still a little bit of paint on there, but by doing this, you know, it distracts from the stains and, you know, it gives somebody an idea to get something embroidered. So I did these yesterday. I added this little grape patch to this tank top. This is a little questionable. This tank top is just really, you know, she's really beat down, but she's super cute. And she is priced accordingly, don't worry. But yeah, I just added that on there. She had a little bit of a stain on the front, so did that. This is something I made a long time ago that I completely forgot that I had, but I need to steam it. I just added these ants on here. I did this yesterday too. Added some of these little flowers on here. This pearl snap shirt. And then this is a patch that I made a while ago, and I just added it to this little baby t-shirt. That's all that I got done yesterday. I am probably going to be doing just a little bit more chain stitching. I think I'm gonna add like a big sun on this shirt.
I have to visit my family later this week. My sister got engaged, so we are going to go up there and celebrate and hopefully look for a dress. But I am cutting this video short. I normally do a week in my life. I've only made 4 YouTube videos, but that has been the format up until this point. And you will be following me over the course of 3 or 4 days while I'm making all of these pre-chain stitched items. I kind of wanted to show my creative process and some of the things that inspire me. I love, love, love physical media, and I think that it is kind of a dying art. I really love being able to touch and tangibly look at all of the things that inspire me. I do love Pinterest, as most creators do, but I really get a kick out of physical media. I recently went to a creative reuse store and picked up a few magazines and embroidery books and really anything that caught my eye and sparked some kind of inspiration. And I don't normally use these books as a direct reference, I kind of just use them to get my creative juices flowing. This sun motif didn't come from anything directly, but there are a few applique books that use a lot of sun motifs, and I really like this little sun guy. I added him to a pair of pants and a pair of shorts and my own personal vest. This is a little western shirt I decided to add some additions to. But yeah, I try my best to find inspiration in many things. Anytime I go out, I'm constantly taking pictures of things that inspire me, and I really do think that being open to inspiration wherever you may find it really allows you to find anything and make it into something.
I didn't get as much done yesterday as I thought I would today, but I did have a little breaky poo, and I went to IKEA earlier today, and I bought that mirror that you see, and I also got this lamp. I came home and immediately spray painted it purple, so I made it a very, very quick trip to IKEA, but I got a late start because of that. Besides that, I'm gonna show you guys what I made today specifically. I did these olive shorts. The placement of the olives might seem kind of random, but these shorts had some stains on them, and I covered them where the stains were with the olives. And there are a few, obviously, like there were none in the fly, but I added those because it's fun. Now these shorts have another life. They are no longer destined to be in the landfill because they had a few stains on them. I decided to do this little western shirt. I added a sun on there and some prickly pear cactus. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I should do a motif on the back, but I don't want to do too much.
You know, this is what I was talking about, all right? This little dog with a butterfly on his nose, stuff like that inspires me. And I saw that at the post office when I dropped off the patches that I just made in this clip.
This is a patch that I made for a vintage brand. They asked for 2 of these. I only made 1. I also need to ship these out today. I'm pretty sure I can just stick these in an envelope and they'll fly free. I don't know why I said that. They will not fly free. They would definitely need a stamp, but I need to make 2 of these patches. But right now, someone's scratching on the scratching post. Right now, I'm gonna show you guys the other things that I made, okay? This is a vest. This is my personal vest. It will not be getting sold. I love this vest so much. But I embroidered this. I did this on Saturday before I went into work, but I've got a little J. Kind of looks like a T, but it's for me, okay? It's for me. J is for Josh. J is for Josh Up, which is my boyfriend, my beloved boyfriend. I'm obsessed with him. I also did a little safety pin. This kind of gray color doesn't show up very well. I might rip this out and do it in a darker gray, but it's fine. It's my vest, so I can do whatever I want. But I did that. These pants, and this on the back just says Sunshiner. I don't know. It's just what I felt. Like I don't even know like what comes to my head when I make these things, but like, you know, she needed some suns. I did another one over here. And also, as you can see, these pants, these are 501s. These are really nice condition 501s, but they just so happen to have a gargantuan hole. They had a ginormous hole in the crotch, and I did it the proper way. I kind of patched up this hole and then darned it, but it is a little bit of like an eyesore. I think that it's kind of, it's where they don't fit me, but like where they sit, it's kind of like up in there. So I don't think it's gonna matter, but the price reflects this, you know, modification that I made. But these are really good jeans and I didn't want them to freaking go to waste. So I just patched it up, and maybe somebody won't care, but I did that. And that guy and Sunshiner had like a big black smear on the shoulder. So I put a sun. It's kind of hard to show because it's like on a curve, but I put that sun. This is like a very simple kind of addition that I can make, but I think I'm gonna add this to a flash sheet that I have. Was really proud of this at the time, but now that I've had some time to kind of like for people to like look at this and kind of gotten some real feedback from real people, real customers, I do think that I want to change this. There's just a few things that not only do I not like the colors that I used, but I also just think that I can do better. I'm going to be getting around to that until probably April, because I don't have a lot going on in April. And so I think I want to really like refine all of my signage and my flash and all of that stuff to try to beef up my system that I got going on here. But all that being said, not only be with Brenda on Wednesday, but also leave for Oklahoma later this week. And I have a feeling that going to Brenda's house is going to take all day. Her and I met up at this private event that we did, and we stitched together for the people that were at that event, and we just could not stop talking. I personally love to talk. I love to ask questions. I'm an incredibly curious person, and especially someone like Brenda. She is a older woman and she has been chain stitching for a little bit, and she has a completely different machine than I do, a completely different process, and that is just like so interesting to me, and I wanted to ask her a million bajillion questions. So, and she was willing to answer them. So yeah, I'm gonna get going, and we will see what we make today. Hello, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. I am home again, and I wanted to show you guys what I finished yesterday. I was working on those banners for the boutique that I work at, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like them. So originally, the design was just pre-loved vintage, 2 banners that say pre-loved vintage. Lindsay, who owns that boutique, wanted to have kind of random little flash pieces on these banners to kind of encourage people to get something stitched. This is the first one. The theme was kind of like, one would be Western and then one would be, quote, what I call girly pop. It's not really showing up great on camera, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just not, it's giving nothing, like absolutely nothing. I like the little flowers. I think that that's cute, and I tried to do a little match. I haven't tied it off yet, so it looks a little funky, but I like the match. I like the peace sign. The Monstera leaf is, or I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's giving nothing. And then this is the other one. This is the Western one. This one is a little bit better, but like on this, I did this in this color, and then I was like, oh, well, I probably should do a sun. Did this sun in this color. These colors should probably be swapped. But like, do they have to be? Yay! Also, I did this freaking cactus freehand. Look how perfect it is. I don't know what to do now. I think that I'm just gonna take these to Beatnik and be like, hey, what do we think? Because we are on the topic of creativity and where creativity comes from, I wanted to close this video out by saying you need to be consuming physical media. Whether or not you are a naturally creative person or you are a small business owner, any kind of physical media, whether that be newspapers, magazines, books, picture books, children's novels, anything that you can draw inspiration from, I genuinely think that physical media will change the way that you think about your creativity. And you would be so surprised what kind of ideas you can come up with just a little tiny bit of information. Just by seeing an image of a butterfly riding a sailboat. That will send me into a creative spiral, positive connotation. I will literally take anything that I see out in the world, just like that dog with a butterfly on his nose. That furthers my creative process. It may seem small, but I genuinely think that everyone needs to be consuming physical media, and if you already are doing it, please please tell me, what are you reading? What are you looking at? What is inspiring you? Because I really value these aspects of creativity, and I want to know what you guys are doing and what you guys are making and what you guys are thinking. And if you want to get in contact with me, I'll have my Instagram at the end card and in the bio, but I will leave you with this. The quote from a couple videos ago from The Artist's Way: I shut my eyes in order to see. Everybody do it with me. Shut your eyes, okay? And think about beautiful greeting cards and illustrations in children's books and coloring books and old ads. Just anything you can possibly imagine. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about it. And I also want you to open your eyes and subscribe to this video because I need more friends. Also, if you want a podcast, comment and subscribe.